If you're in the AI space, you might have known that Claude released Claude Design, which essentially people started saying that it killed Figma, which is a design tool to create brand pages or landing pages. I might have to agree with that. And the reason is because I've tested it myself and I've been able to build a full-on website with just a few prompts by giving it my branding guidelines, and it came back pretty professional. And so right here is the website that I have designed. It's called 6-7 Agents in 6-7 Hours. Sorry about the name. It was not my choice. Maybe it was. But the thing is that I was able to build this with just a few prompts. This is because we're going to be hosting a hackathon with our team at Dapta in our office. So I wanted to create a branded landing page for this event, in which I would be able to have a register website over here where attendees can put their name and their email as well as what they're building. And I was able to just build this in a few prompts. And so today I want to show you what Claude Design is, how you can use it, how you can give it your branding guidelines so that you can also start building websites like this in no time. And so first things first, how are we going to be rebuilding this website is we're going to start using a website that's referenced. So the cool thing about Claude Design is that you can grab inspiration from existing websites. For example, here I saw this one that's about another hackathon from robot.com. And as you see, it has a really good landing page with some nice animations and some really nice branding. So I want to use something different, so I want to use something similar, but with the tab branding. So I'm gonna keep this tab open so that I can come back here and take screenshots, and that's what I'm gonna use to then give it to Claude Design so that then it can regenerate this landing page, but using my branding. So the first thing I want to do is want to head over to claude.ai/design. Note that for this, you're going to need to be subscribed to one of the plans. You know, there's a pro plan, max plan, and max 20x plan. I'm on the max plan, which gives me usage for me to play around with this new tool. And so the first thing I want to do is click here on new prototype, high fidelity. We're going to give this project a name. In this case, I can say Dapta hack site. And actually, before I hit create, I'm going to set up a design system. So what is a design system? A design system is where we add information about our company, what we do, and our branding guidelines. And so here in the company name and blurb, I've just put what the company name is, which is Dapta.ai in this case. And I'm going to be providing two files. This first one's going to be a social media style guide, which I'll show you guys right now, as well as the logo. And so this is the first guide right here. It's just a Figma file that has all the information about our branding. It has what tones of colors we can use, what are the fonts, what does the different headers look like, all of that information. And then I'm going to be providing this PNG logo. So with that, I'm going to click on continue generation, and we're going to let it run. We're going to wait a little bit and see what it comes back with. And note that right now we're not building the website, we're just generating the design system, which is, you know, extracting all the information about our branding guidelines and all of that. Once we get this, we're going to move over to actually building the landing page, and I'm going to show you guys how we're going to be taking screenshots of the reference one, which we're going to be providing over to Claude. So while Claude's working that, let's go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over this whole website, and I'm going to scroll past some of these sections, and I'm going to be taking screenshots, and this is going to be the input that I'm going to be giving Claude. So I've taken some screenshots, and they're all inside this folder that I called Hackathon Landing, Inspo, and let's look through some of them. As you see, these are the different sections, so you get the idea. I just scrolled and I slowly took screenshots, I put them all in the folder, and now I'm going to be giving this to Claude Design. Now that we have added our design files and we've created the design system, we can actually start creating and building the landing page. So for this, I'm just going to say, hey, I want you to please create a landing page for our upcoming hackathon. I want you to use the following screenshots as inspiration. I want to do something similar, but using the Dapta branding guidelines, which are in the Figma file that I've given you. And please look through all of the screenshots to make sure that we get a very similar structure. The date of this hackathon is going to be April 30th at 5 p.m. And please make sure to also use the logo anywhere in the website. So now with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the folder. I'm going to grab all these screenshots. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on port. I'm going to click here on the clip, and I'm going to look for the logo. So here's my logo, and I'm going to look for also all the screenshots that I took. Now that I've uploaded everything, I'm just going to go ahead and send it. And now our landing page is going to start being generated. We're going to give that a few minutes and we'll come back here in a bit. And so right off the bat, it's going to start asking you some questions, like for example here. And so once it starts building it, we're going to see that it's going to create a to-do list on what it's going to do. So the first thing it's going to do is going to create the design system and layout plan. Then it's going to build the hero and the marquee. Then it's going to build stats, blueprint, what to build, power curve sections, all of that stuff. And we can see that it's actually writing a page right now. It's writing the hackathon landing.html. That's probably going to be our only file in this case because we're only needing one landing page. So we'll wait for that. And so we see that now it's come back with the first version over here. It's actually really cool. It even got the animation over here at the top, pretty similar to the one from robot.com. If you see it over here, it also sticks up to the menu over here. That's really cool because I didn't even show it like the animation and what it should look like. It just assumed what it looked like based on the screenshots, which is really cool. It has added the Dapta logo up here on the corner, and we can see that it's pretty spot on. I really like the different colors combinations that it used. This is very similar to the original landing page. Obviously, I didn't give it much context on what the hackathon was going to be about, so it pretty much just copy what it saw on the other landing page. But if you were to give it a lot more context on what you're doing, you've gotten something more like this, which is more tailored to our actual event. Another cool thing is that you have this section called tweaks, which is a little tab that lets you play around with different parameters as you're looking at the design. So if I wanted to look purple, I would just click on that, different tonality of the screen. If I want it monochrome, it's just white. Hero headline style, we have different hero headlines, so this is really cool. We can even like edit text over here. And if I click on each of these, it looks like it just jumps straight into each of those sections. Now I can also click here on edit and I'll be able to change the background directly. So if I want it blue, I'm gonna keep it black, but I could just go over here. I could change the font. Our font is poppin', so that's what it got set from the branding guidelines that I gave it, but I can do monospace, and that would just change the hero section. But let's see if I wanted to change the font over here for this one. I would just click on that component and I would select the font over here, and I could even just like start typing over there. So it's really, really easy to edit stuff in here, which is really cool. You don't have to go over to the backend code like the HTML and changing all the components manually. So this is huge. This is huge, and I see why it generated a lot of noise in this space, especially in the design space. People saying that it killed Figma. Personally, I've never used Figma that much, but I can kind of see why people are saying that. Most of the work is done for you, and it's really easy to edit things. There's also a draw option. I don't even know what this does, but I can, let's say for example, do this, and I could maybe add a note over here or over here. Type anywhere to add a note. Maybe I can say add some gradient to the hero section, and type here add some, actually I don't know. Let's see what happens if I hit send. Apply drawing. It was just a circle. So I don't know what that does. Clearly there's a lot more parameters here that I should probably play around with, but you get the idea. It's really easy to edit things, which I really like. And let's see this new version. Reloaded something. Oh, it actually added the gradient. I just didn't see where I was typing, so I wasn't able to see, but nice. This makes it a little bit more appealing. So now, what else can I do right now? It would be creating the register page. So right now the register is just a button. Nothing really happens. I could easily tell it to create a register page that goes to that one when I click on any button. For example, what I'm doing here, that's what I did here. When I click on register, it takes me to this other page. And when I type on something and I hit lock me in, it saves my information to a Google Sheets. How did I do that? I basically created an app script inside of Google Sheets. All of this was guided by Claude Code, so very easily you can also pair this with Claude Code. How would you do that? You would go over here to share, and you can do export as a zip. So download project as a zip, and then you can give Claude Code a little bit more context on what you're trying to build. You provide it the folder, and then you can make it, then you already have the starting point. You don't have to worry about the design without being able to see it as you're prompting it. Because before you can do this exact same thing using Claude Code, but the problem is that you don't really have an interface to see what's going on live, or worse, you don't really have the interface to edit components directly. So that's why pairing this with Claude Code can be powerful. Once you've got your design locked down, you can go over and do all the backend stuff, like what I did with the form. That was all done in Claude Code. So there you go. That's the Claude Design feature in a nutshell. This is a very simple tool to use. Anyone who doesn't know how to code should be able to use something like this. Everyone who doesn't know how to design should be able to use something like this. So I really like how Claude has been releasing a ton of features to close the gap very, very quickly. And if you find this video helpful and you would like to see more videos like this, please feel free to check out our YouTube channel. We do tutorials on Claude and as well as other platforms like our own platform. If you would like to be surrounded by people who think likewise and are in the AI space, feel free to check the link down below for our school community. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.